Hello, Commanders. Welcome to the command table. My name is Matt, and I'm going to be taking you through the Druidic Forest, Map 2, the first 5 levels, battles 421 through 425. Before we get into that, if you'd please be so kind as to like, subscribe, and if you want notifications when I drop new videos, be sure to hit that notification bell. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those below. All right, battle 421. Okay, for this one, there was a whole lot of archers in the back, which I wanted to resolve. There's also a lot of melee. There's a lot of shield bearers. We've got the paladin, 2 monster hunters, and 2 earth elementals. So the couple of problems that I was running into the first couple times I tried this was I had my monster hunter right here, and it was doing great with the heals from these 2 Valkyries that I put just behind it. And well, okay, let's kind of go over this. The Ember Fiend is way back here so that the Monster Hunter is closer to the Valkyries than the Ember Fiend, so they'll latch onto the Monster Hunter, but still be far enough back to where they're not going to catch any split offs from this melee group. The Monster Hunters have the ability to freeze and stun. The burn isn't as much of a problem from the Monster Hunters, but it's the freeze and the stun. If they get my Monster Hunter frozen or stunned, then he goes down really fast. So what we're going to do is we're using these bomb bots, both here and down here. Those are going to resolve those monster hunters and the paladin. So all that leaves is shield bearers and earth elementals, and obviously the archers. So the beauty of the monster hunter is it takes 0 damage from those archers, especially if there's no freeze or stun, which we're resolving with the bomb bots. So, and the Ember Fiend's there just to kind of burn through all those shield bearers and kind of expedite the process. The Monster Hunter himself does 300% damage to nature units, so the Earth Elementals will kind of get burned through by that Monster Hunter easily enough. But having the Ember Fiend there kind of expedites the process for everything else. So yeah, level 5... What is it, level 5? Yeah, oh right, this was before the level switch. So Traplight just did a level revamp where they split the levels into much more levels. So this was before that split happened. So level 5, that'd probably be somewhere in the 50s or 60s, I think. Maybe 40s and 50s, I don't know, it's hard to tell now. But that's that one. Okay, battle 422. Okay, so for this one, there was just a massive horde of units that I was like, what the heck am I going to do with this? So we've got some righteous defenders. We've got a whole bunch of archers again. We've got a couple of monster hunters. Yeah, there's the other one right there. 2 brutes. A bunch of shield bearers, a bunch of warhounds, a couple of dire wolves. It's just how do you pick which units to counter and which units to not. So we're just going to do a delay strategy here. We've got our entangling roots across the entire front line, and we've put anything that can be shot at way the heck back here. So what that's going to do is all these draining spirits that are along the front, they're going to immediately latch onto these shield bearers. Those shield bearers are going to hit these roots, and they're going to go very slowly, and that's going to allow all these units from behind to scrunch up and push into those draining spirits. So most of the stuff should die as it's getting halfway through the entangling roots. And then these risen warriors are going to pop up behind and suck everything back this way. So that's going to maximize, like, take these 3 points of entangling roots and basically double it, because you've got these these risen warriors that are going to double the usage of that and then triple it as they come back through. So you get a lot more value out of those entangling roots, and the draining spirits are going to be going the whole time. The reason I chose the monster hunter is because if any archers do survive, I need to be able to nullify all that damage. I put the fortification in front of him to keep him in place, so that forces everything to come through. The arcane archer is there just in case there's the odd thing that needs to be cleaned up towards the end, because we're definitely getting to frenzy with this build. So here goes. Everything gets squished, starts pushing through those draining spirits. Then the risen warriors suck everything back. A couple of warhounds break through, so not too terrible. And that monster hunter was trying to make its way, but had the draining spirit attached. There may be a couple breakaways that cause it to fail when you try, but just run it again and see if it if their RNG helps you out that time. Just a few tweaks in the roots or the draining spirits can solve a lot of problems. All right, let's move on to 423. So for this one, I had a note to drop the druid, so I would drop that druid and get another arcane, or get an arcane archer, and I'd either put it at the very top or the very bottom. So we've got 3 blessed bombbots here. We've got a couple of Valkyries, we've got a couple of faceless knights, a couple of cannoneers, a paladin, 2 brutes, and a whole bunch of righteous defenders. So the thing that I noticed first about this was that with the exception of the cannoneers, it's almost entirely melee. The faceless knights do have kind of a semi-ranged attack, but it's not a big deal. It's not going to reach anything in the back because everything's going to be hung up on this untamed beast. So the one thing you have to factor in, though, is that the faceless knights have a stun with their attack. So using the untamed beast, you totally bypass that stun, and you give yourself a very steady meat grinder to start chewing through all of that stuff. So the druid dies very quickly. I'd switch that out for an arcane archer. And then we've got these 2 Valkyries, and again, you'll notice the new unit levels. So this is the the hot topic right now. Not a lot of people are thrilled about it. I'm personally not bothered, but it's a little bit to get used to. I think it'll be fine once they do some fine tuning. Okay, the assassins, they're designed to split and take out all 3 of these blessed bombbots, and then they'll just move forward and hopefully take care of the cannoneers. The Ember Fiend, that's just to provide some good splash AoE damage to apply the burn and to kill off high health units like the Brutes and the Faceless Knights, and to anything that's got a lot of health, it'll just burn through it. Okay, so that's the concept here. Let's go ahead and run it. There we go. Sorry about that. Hopefully that doesn't blast your eardrums. Okay, well, you see the Blessed Bombbots are gone, one of the Cannoneers is gone, the Untamed Beast is holding very well. I believe the Untamed Beast has double Berserk. I was only able to put 1 Power Stone on it before the level reset, but since the level revamp, I've got an extra Power Stone slot. You'll notice that the Untamed Beast doesn't really get below 50% health, except right about here. It got a little bit below. So you really don't need Berserk, but, oh, yeah, and it comes back and kills the Valkyries, but at this point, as long as your Untamed Beast is alive at the end, you're okay. Alright, let's do 424. Okay, so for this one, we have a couple of Assassins on the back, so we got a neat trick to take care of that. A couple of Constructs with the Spider's Nests, whole bunch of dire wolves, and then we got 2 untamed beasts and an ancient tree. So I've got these assassins. They're going to knock out that ancient tree. Not that I have to worry too much about it. The arcane archer would probably take it out in the end. But what I've done is I've put everything so far back, and you'll notice that this line right in front of the untamed beast is clear. I've got it just offset above that, because if you have something directly in front of the UB, it'll run at it, even if there is something closer. So just have to be slightly offset. So beware of that. If the Untamed Beast runs straight forward, you've got your stuff too low. The assassins, they're going to pop over and run from the top and the bottom. The bottom assassins are going to trip this freezing trap, but the top assassins are going to be within range of the radius. So make sure that you've got sufficient radius on it. Try to get at least 1 freezing trap up to level 80. And then the Crystal Spires will nuke those assassins down and clear those out. The Untamed Beasts, the closest thing to them are these constructs, so they're going to run back to the Spider's Nests and shred those to pieces. Then they're going to run forward and run into a bunch of mind-shroomed dire wolves that are going to hit this wall of shrooms. So everything's going to get sucked into these shrooms when anything hits it, because they're going to become hostile and they're going to run into the shrooms. Then all that'll be left at the end will be these untamed beasts, And they're going to slowly run through these entangling roots to where they're both going to be in range of this final freezing trap. And that's going to allow the Arcane Archer and the Crystal Spires to kill them with ease. Okay, so there goes the spider's nests. There goes the assassins on the ancient tree. Even if I didn't get the tree down, if my Arcane Archer survives, it would be able to clear it out in the end. Okay, so now pretty much everything is dead. I almost lose the Arcane Archer. And then poof. Freezing Trap catches the Untamed Beasts. And it's game over. Alright, 424 down. Let's move on to 425. Okay, the one shroom to rule them all. Okay, just to show, again, the power of the Mind Shroom, I've taken a level 1 Mind Shroom and I've put it directly in front of the Death Knight. And this is going to be glorious. I almost don't want to explain the rest of it. It should be pretty self-explanatory. Assassins kill those stuff. The Ember Fiend will help burn down whatever's left. Valkyrie will support at least one Thorn Guard that's attached to a Draining Spirit, which should be able to kill whatever's left from that. So pretty straightforward, but just watch this Death Knight. Just focus on that right from the beginning, because that is the glorious part right here. Good night, sunshine. Okay, and then there goes the Stormcallers and everything else. And the Arcane Blades run into the Thorn Guard Draining Spirit Meat Grinder. Alright, 425. Thanks for watching, everybody. Again, please do like and subscribe. And check out thecommandtable.com. We got lots of fun stuff there. And we will have more content for you soon. Thanks for watching.